soundcast.com and discover some of the amazing things that sound can do. You'll find articles and interviews, a special store for sonic healing tools, award-winning CDs, books, tuning forks, and much more.
You can find out about the discovery of the divine name, what we call a hotline to the divine. Explore ways of studying and learning about sound healing, and even download a free recording called the 7-Minute Chakra Tune-Up.
There's much to explore in the world of sound healing and discover ways that you can live a healthier and happier life.
Once again, we'd like to invite you to come visit our website, healingsounds.com, and experience the difference.
Thank you.
Howdy, Winchester here. You know, back in the 1870s, there weren't much book learning. Matter of fact, if you could read, you were considered right educated. And if you had any books, you were always welcome at many a campfire. Through books, we've met the kings and queens of Europe, sought out the mysteries of the Orient, followed on the conquests of the Romans and the Greeks, and sailed the 7 seas. Reading opened our minds to places and ideas we'd never dreamed of. But today, people don't seem to read much anymore, especially the youngsters. And then they go and tell you they're bored because there ain't nothing good on TV. Well, now let me tell you, that's one sorry excuse. So go on, do something adventurous. Wake up to the wonders of this world and beyond. Read, for the fun of it. You might just find a whole new universe out there. Your mind. This is Winchester, and I thank you.
AchieveRadio.com.
I think I got all the right buttons pushed, and maybe all this stuff is working. Good afternoon, good evening, and welcome to Fred Fassett's Visionary Awareness right here on AchieveRadio.com. Simulcast, as it has been for the last month or so, on Achieve TV, Achieve Radio, and YouTube Live, going out live to the universe. You can watch us on just about any equipment in the world nowadays. Achieve Radio and Achieve TV cover a whole bunch of different things, and YouTube Live covers all the rest of them, plus everything else. Google has a lot more programmers, and they're a lot more competent than what our little bitty tiny staff can accomplish, so we've got it covered on all bases thanks to Google. Any case, the number to call in if you would like a psychic reading from Mr. Fred Fassett today is 602-666-6027. Again, 602-666-6027, the number to dial. And you can also send an instant message, which I monitor during the next 2 hours of this show. Send an instant message to the Achieve Radio InQuake instant message system, which on the Studio A radio page or the Achieve TV page, you will find in the right-hand sidebar of that page, or the chat room, which is located just below the players, also again on Achieve Radio Studio A or on Achieve TV page, both available from the Achieve Radio website. If you happen to be watching on YouTube.com, you can actually open Achieve Radio in a separate tab or a separate window on your browser and, text in from there. So there's no shortage of ways to get hold of Fred to get your questions answered from one of the best readers anywhere. Fred's website, PsychicFred.com. PsychicFred.com is Fred's website. Invite you to peruse the page. Again, don't shut off the TV or the radio. Just open another tab in your browser and peruse the website. See all of the different things Fred has to offer, which there's quite a few of them. And Fred, I think that does it. How we doing today?
Well, we've had a little more rain, and now we're drying out, and so, but I've been doing some checking. By the way, everybody, the new moon was on Monday, so I hope you wrote your prosperity checks. You had Tuesday, you had Wednesday to do that. Now today, not quite so. So that was taken care of. But what I've done, my guide. This is what's so interesting. My guide's been with me for what? Probably as long as I've been doing this work. And he's Asian. And when I was a kid, I go by stores and I just went nuts to see Asian furniture. And I started in my teens going to Asian restaurants. There was 2 girls lived behind us when we lived in L.A. And I wanted to take them to this Asian restaurant. You know, poor man thought I was going to rip him off, but I always worked. And I had this money and rolled it out. And from that point on, every time I came in, he bowed to me, you know. So I always had, which I didn't know this until I started this work, that he was with me. And I always liked drums. That's the Indians. But I found out now with my friend up in Oregon, my lady friend up there, our guides have gotten together and they're working. This morning they were having tea together, and they worked so hard over the weekend to get something in here that they by Sunday they were playing poker. I thought that was pretty interesting. It's kind of funny in a way, but they have different ways of doing things, and the Chinese love to gamble. And he's on a master level, but that doesn't mean he's he. All right, now my friends in Santa Barbara, my friends all over California. Now the energy changed daily. As of last night, you are going to be hit with, here we go again. See, the Pacific Ocean, I always have to go over this so I can get my words because sometimes I forget. The Pacific Ocean warmed up. So now the rains are going to be coming. Now, Oregon is going to be warmer, so is the state of Washington. And so now it's going to start the raining. And what California needs to be aware of, that there's been fires in all different areas all over California, and nothing to hold anything back. So there will be floods. There will be mudslides and houses and everything. It's not the positive side, but the rain is needed there. It will come in. As I got of last night, it will be around Thanksgiving. And I'll have to keep going on this. This is part of my predictions, you guys, so pay attention. And it's going to hit Colorado. It's going to hit New Mexico. It's going to hit Arkansas. My friends there, I got to get a hold of them. It's going to be a little soggy. And this is the shift on the earth. It's apparently not going to hit Mexico, so I have to do some checking on this now and see if something's coming in from another direction on them. Because what's really going on is the earth, if you look at it, it's shifting. So everything is going in a different location. That's why California's suffering the drought they've got, because the whole earth is making a transition. And Chow Lee, my guide, said 4 years ago, we're going to go through all of this worldwide, and by 2018, we're going to see where everything is. So a lot of people are being pumped off the planet, and we really need 2 billion people off. And so this is the beginning of this. Now, another thing that came to me, now, next year we're going to an 8-cycle numerology. This is money. So, along with everything else, there'll be a political shift on the world, and I hate politics. If you had seen what was going on here to nominate the governor and so forth, it was almost one a barf. But unfortunately, they lost the class they had over 30 years ago. But that's, humans are humans. But that will happen too, a slow shifting, and there's going to be a different lineup than what there is. And this ISIS situation. I had predicted that the Taliban would just melt away, which is happening. It's not totally gone. This ISIS has nothing to do with religion It has everything to do with the darkness on the earth. And the only way we're going to get control of this is every government around the world will have to step in and work with this to squash them out. And I would believe the CIA and those type of individuals and other things we don't know about are already working on this. I also picked up, we unfortunately have some Americans in there working with the ISIS, meaning they've joined some of the different nationalities around the world, is because when someone is going through a bad time, they find the weakness, they can pull them over. And of course, this is all karmic as well. This is just where it's going. Balance of jobs. A lot of things have been sent overseas, but to have cheaper, or the industrial time on this earth is done as far as the United States. So our types of work are going to be much more modern. I can use the term green. Actually, that's one. There's going to be some other types of stuff coming in here with our transportation, and that all this is coming on and it's happening as I speak. I have to check everything out. So I want you all to be aware this is all taking. I've got so much more work. I'm going to go on YouTube with this, so you all know. And also, we're working for me to have an agent so I can get out there like I've always wanted. So we're doing my house on the 9th. I have some people coming over here. We're going to have a little bit of fun, and my predictions will be on there. Remember, I don't have a writer. That's why I look so good. She was fabulous. I chose not to do this. Of course, I knew that was coming too. So what I've given you, it's only a small bit. And I have to tell my friend, I have to sit down to do these. Sometimes I go out and information comes through me, and everybody likes me to stand up, and they like me to be outside by the pool. I don't think I'd feel very well falling into the pool or make a comedy routine. What can I say, But this is some of the stuff. There's a lot more. The axles of the earth is almost like a teeter-totter. So everything's off. So far off, it's unreal. So if somebody thinks, well, where Chicago's lying, Chicago may not be where it is. I mean, everything is switching to a different location. So that's why everything's being a bit strange. And even and people flipping off. Mother Mary came to me, and this, I'm not making this up. A number of years ago, I have Mother Mary in my bedroom. I found it when Michael was alive, and we went. I used to call them junk shops. Now they're called antique shops. And so I found this wonderful, wonderful picture. I'm going to leave it to my son or somebody because I don't want it to be thrown away. It's too beautiful. And she had come to me and notified me many are going to be leaving the earth because they signed up for it before they came into life, and it's part of their transition. And do not feel sorry for any of it. It's part of the direction, and some of it isn't nice. And some things people will disapprove. And now Mother Earth has stepped in there on it too because of all the way the monies have been handled in the United States and around the world. She's quite upset. I saw her as a beautiful woman, and now when I look, it's like a dragon with fire coming out of the mouth. So there's a lot of things going on why, and the craziness and everything else is going on. And I just saw on Good Evening, with David Muir and Diane Sawyer, they're doing Made in America. Would you not believe the crooks decided to jump in on that too? So this has got to be resolved as well. And this has to straighten this all out. It's just that if everybody could use their God's self and do it right, but apparently humans aren't that way. And so, anyway, I think my mouth is going on a little bit much, so we better get down to work. I'm Aries, guys, and I'm an extrovert. So, boy, when September comes, I get beat up. It starts behind my head, and they just start coming. So I'm trying to get things around the world, and I don't always get it like you would think. Sometimes I have to be very careful and have help. I'm not good at timing, so I'm asking for specific details. That's what I'm trying to do. So this thing coming into California, I've got to double check it again. Because anything can shift. One day is one way, and the next day you change, and it's around. It's going differently. All right? So, and God is in everything. It's us humans that God does nothing to any of us. It's all of us do it to each other. And this is how you have to get God out of the realm. God loves us. It's all loving God. Even when they wrote the Bible, and it's so about the wars they had, and God gave them permission, was totally a consciousness of man, because man wrote the Bible. So all of that is bogus as well. So if I told you half of what I know, it'd be an uprising, because people just want to hear what they want to hear. It has to be that way. The Bible says this, and it's an old, wonderful book, but it's been taken apart time after time after time. And it's in the old days, they didn't want the people to have the power. And metaphysics or psychic stuff was in the Bible, and it was removed. And there's a whole series of stuff there. But half of you, here comes my roommate with his dog. So we may have a little noisiness coming up here. And my girl's in the back. All right, Bill, let's see what we can do before chaos hits the door.
Okay, Fred, we can definitely do that. First up, we've got a phone call, and didn't raise her hand, but I think they probably want to get on, so we will find out. And I couldn't really understand the recording. I think it was Ariel in Ohio. Ariel, are you wanting to talk to Fred today?
Yes, I do.
Outstanding. Go ahead.
When's your birthday, my dear? When's your birthday?
September 17th, 1982.
Okay. Birthday's coming up here pretty soon. I have a lot of you Virgos in my life. 17 of you, by the way, are in my life. And I have Moon in Virgo and Neptune in Virgo. I attract you guys like nobody's business. Let's see how analytical you are. Let's see, what do we got going here? Yeah. Are you a little stubborn?
Yes.
Okay, I'm going to give you another one that is very interesting. Here goes the noise. Okay, watch your lower body. Watch your lower body, because you can attract things to yourself. Okay, you have Virgo and Venus too. Now Mars is in Scorpio, and you have it natally. And guess what? Here's a good one for you. I swear to God, this is really, 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 really good. You have Jupiter as money, and you have it in Scorpio. Do you notice that sometimes your money flows, then sometimes it just closes down, and you're trying to figure out what's going on? Has that happened to you?
Yes.
Okay, this is a good thing, but we have to teach you how to do this. This is a trick. Okay, that Jupiter right now is going to be hit by Saturn. Okay, it's going to be going over that depending on what house you've got in it. Now, you have 8 degrees, and it's not retrograde. It's a real good thing. So here's the lesson. Okay, when you have the money, you have to space it out. Because what it does when it comes to an end, the energy's not there. You have to learn how to make what you've got last till the next energy comes along and more money comes back. Do you understand?
Yes.
Okay. And remember that. Write it down if you have to. That is not a negative aspect. That's a very good one. Now, here's the other thing that's coming your way. Do you like to travel?
Yes, I do.
Okay, well, you want to know why? You have Mars in Sagittarius. You have Uranus and Sagittarius and Neptune. Now, here's what's going to start in. Now, next year is kind of an odd year. It's a flip-flop year because Sag comes in on Christmas Eve, and the Neptune return won't hit you till late before it's getting ready to switch. But you have Uranus return and Neptune return, and this is where it's going. You're going to have a lot of change, and sometimes it gets a little not so nice. So, but being in Sag is better than being in Scorpio. So here's how it's going to go. It goes on Christmas Eve in the springtime. It retrogrades back into Scorpio. Then in September 2015, it comes back in Sag. We'll be there 2.5 years. So if you're planning any time of work or anything, try to balance it out in between all of that, and then you should come out okay. All right. Now, I'm kind of picking up some stuff here, but so what did you want to ask me?
I wanted to ask about my a guy that I'm interested in, and also my weight, because I do everything right as far as that. So.
Okay. When's his birthday?
His birthday is April 17th. No, I'm sorry. It's April 16th.
Oh, my birthday. Okay. Where's that crazy phone? I'm going to shoot them. It's probably, yeah, it is. During the show, I hang that up. It's only advertising anyway, so that's what that's about. Okay, what year?
I'm sorry.
What year
Hello, I'm sorry. Yeah, I said it was April 16th. It's April 17th, and he's 2 years. He's 29, so I think he was born in. I'm 31, about to be 32, and he's 29. He just turned 30. No, he just turned 30.
Okay, hold on a minute here. Hold on. You say he's 29, so let's do it this way. Okay, I'm going to do this for you. 4 subtract 2, 9, 85. Okay, so let's see what we come up with, my dear. Because I'm hoping he did, because that means he's finished his Saturn return. It will take a few months for that to. I forgot to write this in here. There we go. So we don't want to make any mistakes there. Let's see what your man's got going here. Now, isn't this interesting? Virgo and Aries attract each other, but a lot of times Aries are attracted to Cancers, and that's it gets us Aries in trouble all the time. I know from experience. All right, is he does he shut his emotions down sometimes?
Sometimes, but usually he's over emotional.
Yeah. Well, that's why. Here's something, most men don't understand this, but he's got his moon in Pisces. That was make him overly emotional. Because guess what? He's got his Mercury in Aries. He thinks fast. He talks fast. Venus in Aries. Okay, very powerful guy. All right, his Mars is in Taurus. Great physical self. He's in his, see, you're right. He's the Saturn return is right over him as we speak. Everybody goes through from 29 to 30. Okay, he's still in the middle of his, but it will end. Oh dear, no, it won't go back that far. He's going to be really lucky. All right, now what he's done, because he's a bit older than he's only going to have a Uranus thing. So what I'm looking at here. Was his family okay? In other words, did he have a good relationship with his family, or was there not too good of a relationship? Because this man can really succeed in this life. He has a chance to run his own business, and his relationships with that moon and Pisces is going to be up and down. If he learns how to use those emotions, they'll benefit him. See, he's got the fire. What the water's trying to do is calm that all down. And if you can teach him this, okay, and don't marry the guy yet. If you really like him, get sure that he handles what he's got going. Because right now, if he shuts down, he really gets emotional because there's things in his life he's not handling, and the emotions it's like water to fire isn't so great. You know what I mean? He's a good guy. He doesn't do anything with drugs or alcohol, does he?
He smokes weed.
Okay, well, that's the Pisces. That's not the Aries, and so forth, really. And has he finished his college yet?
No, not at all.
Okay,
but he did graduate.
Tell him to, you can't tell him what to do. He's an Aries. I'm an Aries. You don't tell us what to do. You have to kind of know how to direct the information, okay, so that he can get it. But, I did that when I was younger because I came from a very strict family, and I was learning how to handle things and so forth. And so when I did, I wiped it totally away because I knew how to do that. But I want to see this man really succeed. He has a chance to run a business. Also, I'm going to tell you something else. This is interesting. I don't know if he knows this, but he's psychic. He's got he can sense things about other people, but what I'm worried about, somebody in his family wasn't there for him. Mm-hmm. Okay? Either father or mother, somebody wasn't there for him. This is why he has the problems with all the emotions. You can't be the parent. That's not your job. Okay? Right. So whatever that is, you can't do it. And the guy has a hell of a time going to a therapist and working on this because they think there's nothing wrong, and that's the ego talking right there. So if he says he loves you, he probably does, but he may be confused. And after a while, this could work for you, but he has to get the stuff that happened to him from the childhood away. And if he can do that, then things can start happening. And what he's doing with the weed is killing the pain that he went through when he was growing up. Did the father or mother leave the family? Do you know?
No, neither one of them left, but neither one of them were there. His mother makes up for it now.
Yeah. Okay. Well, what I would like to see her doing is tell him the truth about she wasn't a good parent because whatever she was going through, blah, 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 okay, that. And I'm trying now, I'm going to do my best to make up for it. I don't want you to not think I didn't love you. I was too young. I didn't have my tools to get, whatever it was, okay, that kind of thing. And what was the father? Was he overbearing or not there either?
He wasn't there, and he's not able to do that with the mother because she only tries to make up as far as like the roof over his head, but she doesn't listen.
Yeah, okay, so here's what he needs to do. But you can suggest it. Don't you try to tell him to do it. He's an Aries. All right, what you need to do, and I don't know where you live in the world, but he needs to see a hypnotherapist. And the reason for this is if he works with a male or female, whichever he prefers, and can get down with this, they'll take him through it. Because I'm going to tell you a little secret. Your man is a very powerful guy. This is karmic. Something happened with him and his mother and his father before this lifetime. And that's why this is happening. So when he opens up and just, it all comes out, that's been built up. And it's not just from this life, but maybe several or maybe one lifetime. But I have a feeling it's several. Your man, by the way, he's got Scorpio and Saturn, was very powerful somewhere in time and ran a country or something. And they were there. So the way they're treating him is how he originally treated them, most likely, but I'm not going to write that in the sand. I'm just letting you know. If you can kind of not tell him what to do, suggest, and that's all you can do. And you step backward. Don't you dare become the mother or father. If he can't do this, then you can't be together with him. You get the picture?
Yes.
Okay, because it's not your fault. It's not your fault. It's not your fault. Okay, but it could work. Mm-hmm. But he has to go do this. That's why he's smoking the grass.
Yes, it is. I believe that. I'm gonna try to get to see if he can call in one day because he's really into Vedic astrology and learning his chart, and he,
good.
See? Yes, mm-hmm. So.
He's got ability. I mean, he could also call for a private reading if he wanted it, if he wants to really learn and grow. See, I could do what I'm telling you, but I'm in Arizona. You can't do that over Skype or anything. It doesn't work that way. But it's serious. He's a powerful guy, and he's got ability. And I had the same problem, by the way. I'm not like him, you know what I mean? But there were some problems there. I went to somebody and worked it all out. Okay, I wouldn't be alive today. So that's where that's at. So but don't tell him. You have to approach it and suggest it. What do you think about this? I'm just trying to help you out there. Remember, I'm telling you, when people make this, do not play the parent, and if he does something, don't you dare say, well, I'm the best thing that ever happened to you. When you leave me, you'll never get nobody like me. Because let me put it like this. That's true, but you're one person, and then there's many other people. So don't use that one as a leverage. It doesn't work. So just let you know, you're a nice lady. So like I say, if he'll listen to you and you can help him that way, that would be good. All right?
Okay.
So you have a good day. You have a good day, okay now?
Okay, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
All right.
Bye.
Bye. Thanks for calling in. We appreciate it. All right, Fred, let's see what we've got here lined up next. We have Katie texting in from Pennsylvania. And Katie's message, hi, Fred. I'd like to see what is going on with a Leo and myself. And Katie is 4/30/53, April 30, 53. And Leo, does time bring one's maturity level any better, or is a friendship the option to try? Thank you so much.
Wow. Okay. Why did she say Leo? Okay, I wrote it down.
No, the other individual is a Leo.
I wish, Katie, do you have the birthday? Because this could be your Taurus and the other one Leo. This could be bumper cars, but we'll see. We'll see if you hear me. What is the birthday to your man? Okay, because he may not be mature. Leo's like to lead the room. I went a little far, didn't I? Oh, here we go. You're a Taurus girl going. I know who you are. Okay, let's see. Wow. Well, you need somebody balancing you, my dear. Age does allow growth, but you both have been going through last couple of years. You've been going through 5 years of change. I don't know about him, but could be. And maturity and growth and age does mature us, but some people it goes right along with us, and some wait till they're much older before it steps in. Depends on how the lesson or the karmic lessons come to us.
Fred,
and what we learn.
We've got the Leo is July 27, 1950, 50.
Good. And I just had 50 in my hand. Isn't that interesting? And there it is. Okay. Thank you. Thank you, Katie. He sure is. And he's got a Capricorn moon, so he can shut his emotions down at time and be cold as a cucumber. Yep. Mercury and Leo, and there are Cancer and Venus, Libra and Mars. Boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Has he been married a couple of times, Katie? Because it wouldn't surprise me any. Or had the ladies around. He struggles. He struggles with his growth and stuff that goes on, He hasn't always done well. He can be married to somebody, but is he always there? Now, he's a smart man. He's got very intelligence, but his emotions can get really messed up. And then he can probably, like that, Libra and Mars, I've got it. Sometimes you're good to tell somebody else, but you're terrible for yourself. So, he's let me think, where Saturn is, okay, he's already been through that. Okay, you, on the other hand, you've been through yours. So you both have been through 5 years. But let me see something here with him. Oops, up here. Lord to God. Praise Lord. Pisces. He also has Jupiter in Pisces. So he's got 2 water signs. Earth is his moon. So, this might be difficult. Well, I could see you being friends. I don't know if it would work as a relationship. Friends could work. It might be better. My dear, you're very strong. Okay. And you can. I shut the door on the wrong one. That makes me crazy. Oh, there it is. You can be secretive with your little moon Scorpio, but you got that fire and Aries and all that Taurus. So you will say your piece, and you could overtake him at times. And like you said, the word friend would be better than to be lovers, married, or whatever you want to call it. Okay, I think friends would be much better, seriously. And you will make a big completion. What degree is that one? Okay, you're going to be all right there. That one, I'm double checking here for you, Katie, to make sure something. Yeah, when this comes around with all that Taurus stuff, everything, you should be complete on Christmas Eve this year. But he'd be better as a friend. Okay? Lots of luck with that now, okay?
All right, Katie, there you have it. And hope that's good news for you. And let me see what I've got going here. We have Marie in Tucson. Hi, Fred. It's been a while since I tuned in. Okay. I'm sorry. It's been a while since I tuned in. May I have an intuitive reading from your wonderful self on what you see coming up for me?
Didn't give me okay. This ought to be interesting. I love it when they do this at night to call on the other powers. Marie, you should have sent your birthday in. Let's see. Well, the first time I'm hearing a lot of changes going around you right now, okay, and I feel that you probably did some cleansing with people and stuff like this. Your energy is a lot brighter than, from this change you've been going through. And it looks like, I don't know why, I don't know what business you're in or whatever have you. It looks like business and that type of stuff should be picking up for you much, 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 much better. Are you tossing stuff out that you don't need out of your structure, your home, whatever it is? Are you getting rid of stuff? Because it feels like you've been lighting the load so that you can move forward in your future. If you're doing this, a lot of energy is coming your way. It's going to open your future up, and I feel you're going to get very, very busy, okay? And it's going to be positive for you. And I almost feel financially that should build too. A lot of us have been going through a lot of change there. It may not just drop in on you. A friend of mine, it has. But it takes a little time once we clear out everything. And you're not letting people hang on you anymore, or where you tell them, you give them the answers and they don't want to hear it, and then they complain. I don't see people like that around you. So I feel your future, because you've been working on yourself and cleansing, apparently, that your future is very bright. It is up to you, but it seems good for you. All right? So I'm kind of proud if you've done this, and it really feels like, because boy, they just said change, and they didn't have to spell it out for me. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. And whatever you've done, you look better, your energy's better, and your mind's sharp. Everything looks, this is because of what you did. If I see the negative there, I'm going to tell you. By the way, did you get rid of somebody in your life that was not quite working out? Maybe that's the other reason why you're so bright. All right? So I hope, let me rephrase that, may that help you. Okay?
All right, Fred. And to Sherry in New York, I will tell Fred about that off air. And you are absolutely correct. There is an issue there. And We'll get that straight. There's an issue with your website, Fred. I'll just leave it at that, and I'll.
Oh, really?
I have to tell. Well, it doesn't matter. I did it on a cheap radio in the past. Apparently, your account expired.
What? Oh, so, really? Well, I thought that was paid. I paid that. Oh, that's weird. Okay. All right.
Trust me, I've seen it happen. I've even seen it happen with Fortune 50 companies, so don't feel too bad.
Oh, no, I don't, because I thought I paid it. That's interesting.
Yeah, I got an email. Fortunately, it came over the weekend when there was nothing going on, and somebody said, "Did you close? What's going on?" I said, "No, we didn't close." Said, "Well, your website says you're out of business." And oh, whoops.
Yeah, while we're talking, I'll send Patrick a message. And I can always send him a check or whatever have you. My son takes care of everything anyway, so, there we go, right there. I'll just send a message saying, site apparently down. I'll just do it that way. And that way, he'll take, I'll do it that way. And then that way, he will take care of it, and he's good at that,
Yeah, it's there's so much goes on with all this internet stuff. It's frightening. At any rate, let's move along here. Let's see, we've got a couple callers. Well, let's go ahead and talk to Chris. What the heck, Chris? Get off a speakerphone and say hi.
Oh, what's that? What's that? Chris.
Yes.
How you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm doing fine, Fred. Bill.
That's better.
Hey, Bill. Hey, Bill. What Bobby coming back? Bobby Picasso.
I don't think he will be back. To tell you the truth, I haven't talked to Bobby in over a year. So he's off making movies in Hollywood, getting rich and famous.
I'm glad somebody is. So what's going on?
Fred.
Yeah.
I got a small question. Too small question to ask you.
Okay. Go ahead.
I want to ask. I want to ask, and I'm moving out tomorrow.
Oh boy, Bill.
Okay, Fred, Chris, stand by for a minute. Fred has an issue. Fred, it's 45 minutes, just like 2 o'clock. Your microphone went whacked out as you started talking to Chris there. We're getting all that.
Huh?
All that. So, Chris, just hang on there for a couple minutes. I've got to, first I'm going to switch Fred offline here. And then I'm going to play some music or something for just a minute while we get this fixed. I'm going to have to take care of that issue. That's because it's just, like I said, like a cuckoo clock. Every 45 minutes, no matter what, it just clicks. It just goes wacky. So hang on for just a minute, everybody, and we'll be right back. Okay, everybody, I think we're all back here. Fred, go ahead.
All right. So you want to know if you're moving out tomorrow? Well, it's like this. Do you have the money?
Yeah.
Do you have the place to live? All right. If you have the money and you have a place to live, sure, you're in charge. So if you got your money together, you got the place to go, and the person agrees that you're going to, if they're ready to accept you, then that's good. You know, that's fantastic. So go ahead.
I thought my uncle son was going to take me in tomorrow.
Your uncle was what, Chris?
My uncle's son was going to take me in tomorrow.
Oh, okay.
Is his uncle going to take him in tomorrow?
I think he said his uncle's son, in other words, his cousin, going to take him in tomorrow.
Well, if they both agree, he's agreed and his cousin, then yes. And I would think that Chris will pay his way. He's got money to pay for what he's doing, okay? If he's got all that together and they've got all the arrangements, I would believe so, unless there's something wrong that I don't know about. But it looks okay. It depends on the communication. Is everybody communicating clearly?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, then there should be no problem. Go for it. Okay?
Yeah. One more other question, Fred. I wanted to ask you. You said I'm getting a girlfriend, soon. The other time I talked to that, I said I'm getting a girlfriend soon. She's gonna be older than you. You tell me when it's gonna be.
I know I got the girlfriend part, but what's the rest of it?
Okay. You said I'm getting a girlfriend soon, and she's gonna be older. She's older than me. Well, I'm
in other words, the girlfriend going to be older than you?
I said you said last time I'm gonna get a girlfriend.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I did say that.
I like a girlfriend, but I kind of read. It's gonna be some romance.
Okay, I think I've got it, Bill. But do you want to repeat it to me?
Not on my best day, Fred. I'm sorry.
No, that's all right. Don't worry about it. It's just not easy. It's not easy.
Yeah, we're not catching what you're trying to say about her, Chris.
One more time. I said, you said I'm gonna a couple months back. You said you said I'm gonna get a girlfriend, and she got reading and stuff. And it's some romance now.
Okay, he said you told him he was going to get a girlfriend once he learned how to read. And what was the last part, Chris?
No, he said she's not a girl. She has another thing reading stuff. We're gonna romance in it.
Okay, what was the rest of that?
I don't know. I'm just having a hard time hearing you today, Chris, for whatever reason.
Well, whatever it is, when you do get your educational straight out, the reason for you to learn to read, a lady, will be more interested than talking to you, because by the time you get the reading done and you work on your education, you will slow yourself down and everybody will understand you. This is a lot of work. This is not going to be easy. It's going to take work from you and work for whoever's going to be helping you. But you need to do this for yourself, so you can look like you can be responsible. So that's where that's at. It's not going to happen overnight. It's going to take a few months. It might take you a year. If you remember Fantasia, that was on the TV when she won she won first place. She couldn't read or write, and she was faking it all over the place. So while she got out there then she went and learned how to read and write. So we could understand her. So get out there, learn to read and write, learn to slow your voice down, and yes, women, ladies will be attracted to you. So just go do it. Okay? Just go do it.
Okay, Fred.
All right. Talk to you later.
Take care, Chris.
All right.
Good luck. Bye-bye.
I'll do.
All right, let's see. What do we got here, Fred? Bunch of stuff trickling in here. Russell's in. Hey, guys, on break, so I thought I would see if the increase in income is from a part-time job or a better-paying full-time job. He was apparently just turned down for a part-time job.
Okay. Now, do you have the energy to have a full-time job and a part-time? If you got the energy to do it, that's one thing. But don't lose faith. When you lose one, there's always a reason, and maybe that reason will be that you just have to put yourself out there. And now, you've been bouncing around to jobs, so make sure that you can get a good recommendation out of the place where you're working now so that you can take it with you. I don't know how they do these things now, Russell. It was when I worked, you would get a nice recommendation while you were, if the boss liked you, okay, would basically, that's what I did when I was working, but I don't know how it's done anymore. If they do that on the internet, they give you something personal, but whatever way, make sure you can get that so that you have proof of how good of a worker you are at where you are. I don't know how that's all done. It's all modern now and all computerized. So if you can get that done, that's going to help you in your next step, and you'll probably find another full-time job. Just remember, energy's energy, and how we come across to people, and we can't go around and satisfy everybody. That's not even, to this day, I cannot satisfy everybody. And I just don't worry about it no more because I work for myself, so it's that way. So this is what you need to do. If you can make sure you get some kind of recommendation from where you're at, somebody that really likes you, and then move on and get the other job before you quit. I'm sure you'll do that. And then look for other part-time jobs just because you lost the one. And make sure you have enough energy so when you come to work the next day for the full-time job that you're doing a good job. That's very important. When we're younger, we can do that. As we get older, it doesn't work out so well. Anyway, there you go.
All righty. Okay, up next, Vivian in San Diego. Hello, Fred and Bill. Does my higher self have a message for me?
Oh, God. All right, let's see. Okay, let's see something down here. Boy, this lady apparently has a lot of energy. The first thing I got when that came across, I got slowed down. So apparently this may be a person that tries to do a lot. And you can call it your God self, your higher self, whatever you want to call it, your guides, whatever one understands. And sometimes they put obstacles in our way so we will slow down, okay? So slow yourself down. I'm going to go with this. Organize. I don't know what this is about, but keep the negative people away from you too. So you want some space to be able to utilize the energy that's around you. I'm getting you here, the other side at times, but sometimes you're busy mentally and you got to sometimes get quieted down so you can get the information. Okay, I'm going to give you that right at the moment, all right? That's it, Bill.
Oh, okay. I was getting
That's
ready
all right.
for the break and all that stuff here.
Yep.
And we've got 3 minutes left in the first hour here. A message from Serena up in Oregon. Serena is 11, 14, 57, 57.
Yeah.
Wondering if you can give some insight on my job and work search. I recently spoke with an intuitive who suggested that I look for a job at a TV or a radio station. I do not have TV-related experience, but have strong interest in this area. Can you get any insight, or should I look for temp or retail work for the short term? Thank you so much.
Always keep yourself busy between the time you're going from one to the other. All right, you've been in transition. You already know this. I've talked to you before. Now, I don't know what you would do behind the scenes at the TV station. Okay? That might be something you'd be looking into, but what is it you want there? You have to be really clear about that so that you can manifest that and bring it to yourself. All right? Because you've got a lot going on. All right? A lot going on. And so I want to make you're sure of what you're going to do when you get there. But as long as you can keep the flow going, these days it's important to be busy and working, because I've been hearing in the grapevine when you're not working and so forth and you go for a job, they're not always happy anymore. And I don't know how they can do this when half the country was laid off, but it is being done. So you might turn around. Okay, you might turn around and go in between until you can get into that other job. I mean, you might need somebody or run into someone that might help you to get in there. It's when I went to work for the studios, I got acquainted with the fellow. This is years ago, by the way. I got acquainted with the guy in personnel, and I kept going back in there and so forth until they had an opening. And then I worked there for 11 or 12 years in the studios. So it might be something like that. You need to get yourself what type of work you want to do, how can you get your energy in there, so they'll turn around and see how good of an employee you were, and then it comes to you, because that can really help you out. You need a little help. Seriously. And in the industry, it's been going through changes for years and years and years and years and years. So it's important. So ask the person that gave you this information, too, when did she or he seen that taking place, because you're going in, you're making a big completion here, and you're starting your Saturn cycle at the end of 2015. Okay, so that's just check that out. Make sure you know what department you want to be in and where would this fit you in, and you have no experience. Well, that's what I said. What area do you want to work in? Find out who's there and see if you can put a foot in the door and talk to somebody. All right?
Okay.
Yep, there we are.
Yeah, perfect timing there, Fred. And all right, we're going to be back in about 4.5 minutes here with one more hour of Visionary Awareness. Hang in there.
Looking for a psychic with experience? 47 years as a professional psychic. Visionary Awareness with Fred Fassett. Live after the break.
Hidden deep within you is an unstoppable power. If you want to deepen your relationships, supercharge your productivity, and enjoy more life energy than you've felt in years, then visit LetNothingStopYou.org to learn more about Secrets of Being Unstoppable by Guy Finley. This new audio program will give you the knowledge you need to enjoy the happiness and success your heart longs for. That's Guy Finley's Secrets of Being Unstoppable at LetNothingStopYou.org.
AchieveRadio.com.
new drummer for a new awakening. Welcome back to Fred Fassett's Visionary Awareness here on AchieveRadio.com. Hour number 2 coming your way right now. My name is Bill. I assist Fred during these couple of hours by reading the instant messages, answering the phones, and doing all that kind of busy work and anymore. Also acting as a TV producer, switching the screens back and forth in the break and putting the call-in line number up on the screen. We are broadcasting, simulcasting on Achieve Radio, Achieve TV, and YouTube Live. All three going out live to the world. And, of course, as always, archived within minutes after the show on Achieve Radio, on Fred's page, on AchieveRadio.com, and also archived on Achieve TV, which you also access from Fred's page, and archived on YouTube, which you can access from the Achieve Radio channel on YouTube, or from the Achieve TV page, or from Fred's page, or so shows available all kinds of places during and after the broadcast for your entertainment and enlightenment here on Visionary Awareness. And let's see, what else have I got to do? Oh, yes, I do have to say, during the break, you heard Beethoven's Für Elise. That rendition from amclassical.com, amclassical.com. If you're a classical music fan, lots of good stuff there. If you've noticed a change in some of our bumper music, YouTube's pretty particular about what we play on the air, so we're abiding by all the rules. So, Fred, we're back.
Okay, and I had my banana, so I think I got my energy going.
There you go, a little potassium, and good to go.
Yep, that's right. Get the get along moving.
Mm-hmm. All righty. Well, let's see what we've got going here. Were you finished with Serena?
Yes.
All done?
Yeah.
Okay, well, good luck on all that, Serena. I will say what you're going to find from experience, radio and TV is a very competitive, very cutthroat, very amazing situation. But I will also say, you're not the 20-year-old hottie that can't read the teleprompter. But, I'll tell you what, if you can really read and have the quote, broadcast voice, they're really looking. They're finding out that the young hotties, a lot of them can't read. They sure look good on camera, but they can't read. It's a scary time here in America.
That's right.
Okay, and I wanted to go back to one. Somebody, in this case Steve up in New York, has been reading the news and wanted one of your rapidly becoming famous blind readings on a certain individual.
Oh my God!
That's becoming like the Visionary Awareness game here. It's
yes,
the blind readings. Okay, this individual's initials are J as in Juliet and M as in Michael, J.M. Birthday June 8 of 1933. 33.
Oh, a couple of years before me.
Yep.
My sister was born in 33. Let's see, 30. Yeah, she was born in 33 too. My real sister, who I had a short communication with her, and then we went different ways. And let's see, what am I going to do here? Okay, let's take a look and see who this person is.
Okay, while you're looking that up, Fred, I want to announce there's a couple people popped up on the phone lines just in the last couple of minutes.
Okay.
Neither one of you has raised your hand, so if you want to talk to Fred, touch *5 on your key phone or Skype or whatever you got. Touch *5. Thank you. One of you got it. Both of you got it. Okay, we'll be getting to you right after Fred finishes this message. Go ahead.
Yeah. Okay, well, this person should be very communicative. All right? But I'm wondering, let's see here. Yeah. Are they not alive anymore?
Well, that's why I said somebody reading the news just admitted to the hospital today. Critical.
That's. I know who that is.
Yeah, you might.
Okay.
You might.
Yeah,
Definitely communicative.
Yeah, very communicative. But you see, might be going on, has phenomenal communicative, but judgmental. Basically, because never got over the passing of their loved one. And that was like, that person had a big lesson to come into. Almost what they call comedian, almost a bit of wasp in this person. I hate to say it, but it's true. And they are more of an actress than anything else, but they found their way in the middle of the media, and I know. And this might be, I hate to say, I pray that this person, it's Joan Rivers, everybody, that she gets through this because of blockage in the throat. This might be something she set up for herself, and I pray she makes it through. She has Aries and Uranus like me. Okay, she got Virgo and Mars. There's the judgmental side right there. Okay. She has that side. Sagittarius, there's a part of her that's always vivacious, the little girl, the person that never grew up, and what have you. And either she does funny with a bit of mean, and she would tell somebody to bark off. I use bark, bark off at any given time because she doesn't care. So this is going to be a test. See if she gets through this, okay? And I heard this morning when I was talking to a friend, and the minute that throat is communication. So what the heck did this person set up for themselves? They're not giving me anything right now, everybody, because it's in a decision time, because she's ornery enough to make it through. But then we'll see what really happens, because being Gemini, that is the lungs. And the throat is part of communication, and that's what's being blocked. And a lot of this may be coming back on the person in question to some of the things that has been said over the years. I can't say that they're going to make it or not. I don't have a feeling because they're not going to give it to me. But, yeah. Woo-hoo. Yeah. Boy, I'm getting like mad. They're showing me a whip on the other side. She just comes out with her mouth. I'm going, blow, look out, look out, look out, everybody. And, it's just where it is. So, yeah. Let's see. Everybody can pray for her to get through this, and maybe she'll learn from this. I pray. I don't know. Yeah. I think she's funny, but sometimes she takes it a little too far.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. I was just going to say, you're exactly right. Joan Alexandra Molinsky, better known as Joan Rivers.
Right.
And, definitely communicative, which you got before you figured out who it was. And, back during the 60s and 70s, she used to substitute for Johnny Carson fairly often. Right. And, in those days it was, and that's one of my things about this whole political correctness thing. Whatever happened to the old sticks and stones thing?
I know.
You would think somebody accidentally drops a bad word, and you'd think they'd attacked with a squad of terrorists and automatic weapons. Mm-hmm. I mean, the court cases go flying. whatever happened to sticks and stones will break my bones, but words are nothing.
Well, you know what this is all about. It's all energy. If you don't want an arrow or a boomerang that hits you in the butt, you ought to watch out what you're saying. And you can use it as comedy or whatever you want to do, but it goes out. Most people know. She should know this because she's done the Inner Sanctum back in Virginia. She knows a little bit about this. So by sending bows and arrows out, you got to get ready to take your punishment. This could be a very, very hard lesson. So I pray for her. I have no judgment there, but boy, she has.
Yeah, that's the thing. You get somebody like Don Rickles who made a career out of being as obnoxious as possible.
Yeah,
but he didn't mean it.
No,
Joan Rivers frequently means it.
She means it. Yeah. Yeah,
that's the difference that I detect. Any rate, well, thank you for that, Fred and Steve. I hope that was enlightening to some extent there. And we are going to move on to the first three callers that popped up here in the last few minutes. The first is from New York. Sherry, you are on the air with Fred. Hello.
Hi, Bill. Hi, Fred. Can you hear me?
Hi. Well, I sent my son takes care of my website, and so I sent him a message because I don't know how the hell that happened. But anyway, what can I tell you? So, when's your birthday, Sherry?
It's January 17, 1959.
Really? You're right there at the flip-flop stage, aren't you?
Yeah.
Did you feel the Do you feel the change coming in?
Yeah, I have been going through the change this several years.
Yes, you have. You've been going through. You've been going through it for 5 years.
Yeah.
So what do I need to help you with?
You are so accurate. Yeah. Today I would like you to help me look into the relationship of this person that I have dated for many years, and I would like to know if you can see if he still cares for me and if he still loves me. His birthday is November 16, 1949.
Wow. Okay, hold on a minute. I've got to go back a ways here. Always interesting when we do these things, I have a feeling when you were talking, I was getting something as you were talking, just so you know. Oh, Scorpio, right. He's going through another cycle, for your information. And let's see if he's doing what I think he's doing. Wow. Oh, boy, oh, boy, oh, boy. I'm going to say about this. Does he love you? I'm going to ask you a question. Does he love himself? Sometimes I think he's isn't he kind of stubborn some of the time when you've been around him? He's not always quite nice. I mean, you're evolved. I almost feel like he's stuck. Was he married to somebody or dated somebody for a while?
Well, he's married, but he's separate.
Okay, separated. Okay, all right. See, and you have to be careful. Okay, I want you to be careful with this. I know what his intentions are, but sometimes he's not always there emotionally. Does that make any sense to you?
Yes.
Okay, so
sometimes you look like confused and lost.
Mm-hmm. But you see, he's had a struggle in the relationship he's in. By the way, it takes two to tangle there. Okay, it's not all on one person. You can't do that. And I want to go way back. I want to go way back in his life and his childhood. There was some struggle there too. He has had struggles all his life about opening in his heart and also sharing his emotions. Sometimes he can be really a hardhead. He judges a lot. He really does. So, and he's going through another transition period, okay? But seriously, he is. And the reason he's in this is a period of him to grow. So I would be careful with him, because sometimes he's there, sometimes he's not. He's almost like an adult child. You know what I mean by that? You know, he plays the game, and he wants to be there, and he gets you all excited, and then he pulls away. And I'm going to say something. He's stuck in his marriage. I don't think the person he's with is going to let him out of there very easily, and I don't think that's been good for a long time. I don't think they've been good for each other, but at the same time, at his age, by the way, you think he would know exactly what he wants. What I'm being told to tell you, please be careful, okay? Because someone is going to come to you, but I'm going to be honest with you, I don't think it's him. And there's a nicer male that's coming to you. You know, I talk about guides a lot. Well, you have a mother or somebody close to you that's trying to help you, and I don't think they like this particular person, to be truthful. And I think you know who I'm talking about? It's either a mother, grandmother, or somebody that's close to you that's standing near you right now to protect you. Does that make sense?
Is this person in person or in spirit?
In spirit.
Okay. I understand, but I don't know. I got no idea who might be.
Okay, well, someone's been on the died some time back, okay? And they've come forward almost like a guide, I don't think. And what they're doing, they don't like what this person's saying to you. They're trying to protect you so your heart won't get hurt, okay? So when you talk to this person, do you see this person in person, or is it on the computer, on the phone, what?
Which one? You talk about the guy or the...
The guy, your boyfriend. Yeah, him. Does he look you directly? Does he look you directly in the face, or does he look somewhere else?
Sometimes I talk to him. He doesn't seem to hear what I'm saying. Sometimes he's there. Sometimes he's not emotionally.
Mm-hmm. And that's a signal for you. That is a signal for you. This isn't the person for you. Okay? Because I don't want you to waste your time. All right? What I'm being told, you're very attractive. You're very smart. Okay? And you can do better. And I understand where we all come from, and everything else. But be careful with this. I don't want to see you get hurt. He's got a mess to handle there. And you don't need to be around him. And he's not always truthful, by the way. That's the other thing. Okay?
Okay.
All right. So be careful, girl. All right? Be careful.
Okay. Yeah.
God bless
Thank
you now. You're welcome.
Thank you, Fred. Thank you, Bill.
You're welcome.
You are quite welcome. Thanks for calling in. Okay, next up, we've got a familiar voice coming right up. Andy. Hi, Andy. How you doing today?
Good. Hi, Bill. Hi, Fred. How are you both doing?
Well, look at all that energy you got. Have you bottled it up yet?
Oh, I'm just excited. I've been harvesting some beautiful organic tomatoes from my garden, and I'm making stuffed tomatoes.
Very good.
So,
my guts.
Yeah.
If I was closer,
how much fun is that?
I would come over and get one from you.
You bet. That would be great.
So what's going on today?
Well, I've been kind of fretting, and I've just got sick people all around me, and I've got 4 really beloved dogs, and one of them I took in to have his teeth cleaned yesterday, and he's just having a real slow recovery. I think he's doing better today, but he's just really slow to recover. So
all right. How old is he?
I fret about him. Well, he's 12, but he's in good shape.
Okay.
He's a little 12. He's a little guy.
Okay. Put your hands over his body and roll and see, because sometimes they like that. Do some Reiki on him. You know what I'm talking about, because you got a lot of energy.
Yes.
And also what you might do. I'm trying to think now. You have to do this in liquid form. Be careful, but if you can get him any B vitamins down his in his food or put it under his tongue, that can help him out too. Okay.
Okay.
And what else?
I have a quick question about my mom. Actually, we're going to have a consult with a neurosurgeon on the 2nd of September. And I know that there's a surgical procedure coming. I just am wondering, is it going to happen like the next day, or are they going to say come back? Because we've got a 6-hour drive, and I just don't know, if we need to be prepared for the surgery to happen immediately.
When's your mom's birthday, Andy?
September 8th, 1938.
Okay, hold on a minute. Let me take a look, because it's really important. Her birthday's coming up, and all kinds of stuff happens around our birthdays. This year was not fun for me. I don't think it was fun for you either, because we got beat up by the opposition, the 4 cardinal planets that were squaring one another. So I took my birthday and went, oh, well. And I let it go.
Exactly. That's right.
I said, can't do anything about this. Can't do anything about this. Let me see. Let's see here. I'm looking at something here, dear. Okay, she may have...
Sometimes you just have to roll with it, don't you?
Yeah. Does she get depressed a lot?
She does.
That's maybe the late degrees of Aquarius. And what kind of operation is this?
She's got an artery that's blocked. It's kind of in an odd spot, though. It's not it's right under the collarbone. And so it's a little rare.
Yeah. Well, she's got Aries and Saturn. This woman's been, did she give you a bad time when you were growing up?
Yep.
This is interesting. Okay, they might take her in there right away, and I would request it, because letting them know how far you're going to drive, I would really call ahead and say, look, we're going to drive 6 hours, and is there a way that you could put her in the hospital up front so we save gas and time? Now, I'm going to say something to you, okay?
Okay.
Has your mother been complaining that she doesn't really want to be here or anything like that? Because your mother's stubborn.
She's extremely stubborn. Yeah, she goes back and forth, Fred. I mean, sometimes she'll be like that, and then other days she'll be really gung-ho and, back and forth.
What's happening, she's getting close to her transition, and that's why I asked you that question. This may be a source to it'll be all depends on what's decided here, but the reason it's an awkward place, there's a reason for that. She might get through this perfectly all right, and afterwards, bingo, out the door, because she's coming into her birthday, and they go out on their birthday or just after, so this might be real, and don't and understand this, it's a gift, really. People have to realize it's really a gift if that happens. I'm not saying it's going to, but it looks close, because she's never been happy in her life. She always complained.
No, she hasn't.
And your mother in a previous lifetime was in charge of many. I almost feel that your mother was male in another lifetime, and man, she kicked butt. And she came in female to learn how to do it with a feminine way of doing things, okay? And so that's why I'm thinking, oh my God, So, yeah, this could be very interesting, all right? But I would request them to put her in the hospital so you don't have to waste the time in driving, because they should listen to you. You shouldn't have to. That's too many miles.
Yes, I know that they're really good. They try. It's it sort of depends, I guess, on the schedule and how many emergencies. And I know they will try. I just, kind of wondered what was showing up.
Yeah, but just let them know how far you're driving. Say that's quite a lot. Okay, and if they want to do this quickly for your mother, this is just something they need to do and so forth. Or can you guys afford to be in a hotel overnight or something? I wouldn't go home.
Oh, yeah. Right. Okay.
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 All right.
Okay.
All right.
Thank
okay,
you.
dear.
I really
lots of
appreciate
luck
it.
with her. Let's see what happens with this. Okay.
All right. Sounds good. Thank you, Fred. Thank you, Bill.
Bye-bye, Andy. Thanks for calling in. Good luck. All right. Real quick here, Maureen down in Florida, if you wanted to talk to Fred, touch *5 on your phone, *5 on your phone. And thank you. And you will be right after the next caller in line, which is our old friend Renee. Hi, Renee.
Hi, Bill. Hi, Fred. How are you both doing?
Well, not bad over here. See, the sun's still out. We're going to climb up for a couple of days and go back down the other side. So haven't you had a pretty good summer this year? Not quite as hot or anything like that? Has it been more cool for you?
It's cooler, yeah. Today it's cooler, even though it's really sunny, but it's breezy.
Yeah. Well, that's the part of the change I was talking about when I opened the show up. It's all, and nothing's going to be the way it was. So how can we help you today, Renee?
Well, one thing, 8/22/48, and since it was my birthday Friday, maybe Charlie can give me a birthday for next year. I didn't celebrate my birthday.
Okay.
I know, I have to wait.
Yep, 45 minutes, just like a cuckoo clock, Fred.
Hold on, Renee.
So everybody hang in there for just a minute. We got to reset Fred's microphone here. I cannot imagine why that keeps doing that right on schedule, but it certainly does. And mess for me because I got to switch to about 3 or 4 different computers to do all of this. But at any rate, we're just going to let that go for a minute. And let's see, where am I at here? Okay. Well, hang on, everybody. I think I'm going to cue up a real quick piece of music or something to fill the dead air while we do this. And I'm just leaving Fred on camera because that's a whole nother computer. I got way too many buttons and stuff here. It's getting absolutely crazy. So let's see. Okay, hang on, everybody. Just a minute. Okay, that crisis again. So that's our 45-minute. If it would do it 1 hour so we could time it during the commercial, wouldn't be bad. Go ahead, Fred, Renee.
All right. One of the things I see here, Renee, and you might get Charlie. I haven't done that. I used to do that in California to part of my radio show. I used to pay $2.50 for a half an hour. That was always interesting. And then drive back to San Bernardino from Redondo Beach. That was real interesting. You have Jupiter and Sagittarius, and that's money. So what the possibility here is, a couple of things I see here. Possibility when Saturn goes into Sagittarius. Now, this isn't going to be right away. Just so you know, you have 19 Jupiter, which is money, But that won't happen probably not to 2015. It'll probably have somewhere in 2016. But this could bring you some unseen work. Somehow, I don't know what it would be. And maybe some money comes out of left field for you. And I got to ask you a question. See, it's been what, a month? I think a month and a half to Scorpios in Mars. You and I have Libra sitting in Mars. So from the 2013 Christmas time through approximately a month ago, did you feel like you were going through some rough periods?
Yeah, a lot of rough periods. Like they were all coming at the same time.
Yeah, right. But we'll see Saturn going over your sun, and what else was going? Yeah, your Saturn is in Leo, so that was being touched by Scorpio, and then you have Mars in Libra, and that probably played a game on you because it was messing with me. I got a Libra there too, but that's all past. So let me do something here. You're going to be very special for this to happen. Okay, so I'm praying that he's. Oh, there we go again. Okay, let's hold on a second here. This takes a little work here, Renee. Okay. We see that you're not quite so, shall we say, difficult, because it's in your life there's been a great deal of struggle. But you have made a few slight changes, and birthdays are very special. Is a representation of your birth, and each year shows growth through the human existence. So in your particular case, my dear, you have stopped, in one sense, blaming other people for various changes. So we want to congratulate you on your human birthday, for this was a very good birthday. My channel was referring to your finances, which haven't always been so great. I will say this to you, my dear. In other lifetimes, you've been a very strong soul when you've come into life. It was very important for you in this lifetime to be in a human conscious soul, to learn from the feminine perspective. You've been male a lot. And this time you had to struggle with other people. Pardon the expression, stubbornness, people who judged you, people who put you down, and the various lessons that you've chosen to go through. And the reason this all has taken place in this life arrangement is this is what you did previously yourself. For at the time you felt it was a great thing. Your soul has been in Europe throughout the ages many times. You're an old soul. But you're learning in this lifetime. You are really going and doing, we will say, better in your soul's perception. So we want to say to you, my dear, happy birthday to you. I have been with my master for over 40 years. And I watch out and don't always do this, but because you're should we say, gracefully going in your golden years, I decided I would give you a gift. Now you must wait a moment, for we must adjust the channels. There's a lot of emotion we have around him now. He's picking up emotions from all over the planet. There's much trouble. One moment, please, and we will bring him back. Oh boy. Oh boy.
Thank you. This last year for me.
Wow,
Charlie
am I
came
hot?
for me last year too.
Yeah, well, I was hot before. Now I have a steam machine in my body.
You're getting rid of all the toxins.
Well, and then some, okay? Well, there's your gift.
It was a lovely reading.
You
and
asked for it.
Well, I know I must have been a man because certain things, it's like, oh no, you don't speak to me like this because I'm a female. I won't take it.
Well, congratulations. Happy birthday for you, dear.
Thank you. I'm going to celebrate at the end of September. It was not good for my birthday.
Okay.
But thank you so much, and thank you, Charlie. Hopefully I meet you in person this year.
You never know.
Because I'm working
You never.
it.
Woo! Okay, everybody, I want you all to know that doesn't happen very often. It used to happen more in California. Yeah, I don't do that. I don't do that very often like that. So, I am burning up.
Oh boy, that was a different one. Yeah, I think that's the first time he has ever come through verbally on the radio here, radio TV. So.
Yes, and I don't know what I look like, but it should have been interesting.
Yeah, it was. You actually just kind of had your head down, and we couldn't really see your face that well.
Yeah, well, he's only 4 foot tall. Figure it out.
Okay, all right. Well, let's jump ahead here as we're counting down. 17 minutes to go, and Florida, Maureen. Hello, Maureen.
Hi. Oh my gosh. With the static, I missed that you were channeling someone, and you scared me to death, Fred. I thought you were short of breath. I thought we were losing you. I said, oh my gosh, how do I get the bill?
Call 911 quick.
I'm so glad you're okay. Right. Oh my gosh. Oh, good to talk to you guys. This is Maureen in Florida. Fred, I talked to you before about my husband, and you said 4 months. If he made it through 4 months, he'd make it through. 4 months was August 17th, and I'm just wondering what you're seeing now. What's going on? We're on a roller coaster ride here.
Right. Okay. He's having a hard problem making a decision of staying. I want you to know that. That's why it's going the way it is.
Well, you know, Fred, that's why I call you, because you're so honest. I love that you're so honest. So don't spare me. That's why I call you.
No. I'm an Aries. I can't help myself. It gets me in trouble from time to time. You should see me growing up. I got in a lot of trouble. Anyway, he's having this struggle. And he's having the problem because he's having a trouble deciding if he wants to be here, because he came close through this last time. He almost went through the door once, okay? And something with his breathing, you know. So I'm going to give you a prayer, and because when I'm getting like a slide ruler. It's going back and forth. Yeah. That's what it's saying, what he's doing. So, this is one you can say. You take his name, okay, and you go, we'll say his name is Joseph. I'll just make this up, okay? And you say, in the name of the Father and the Holy Spirit, if Joseph's supposed to be here, allow him to be strong and allow him to be present. If Joseph's not supposed to be here, Lord, please take him, allow him to be in peace. for he's worked as hard as he can in this life. I'm ready to let him go. In the name of the Father, the Son, the Holy Spirit, and step back out of the way and see what happens. Do you understand?
Okay.
And because do this, because I see him struggling. Okay, his coloring is not great, but he's stubborn. Your husband's stubborn.
Yeah.
Okay, that's why he's still here. Okay, I'm surprised he made it this far, but he is stubborn, and he doesn't know if he wants to. Oh God, they give me a symbology of a croquet ball. I'm telling you that the other side is
of a what? A croquet ball.
Yeah, he goes back and forth through the hoop. You know, they do symbologies to try to show what's going on. So what I want you to do is put lots of light around you. Don't pick up his ornery energy. It has nothing to do with you. It's all to do with him deciding which way he's going to do. Okay, he's going to go. And they're telling me they've had a difficulty with him because he has stepped over and then stepped back because he's scared. He's scared. Yeah. So here's another one for you too. If he sees a light, tell him to reach out for it because that's God. Sometimes they see that, but your husband, pardon the expression, he's been a little ornery in his life, and you've always had the pardon the expression, make everything work. And so this way, let's see what happens to you. Because I mean, not to you. I'm sorry. With him, because he's like a block sometimes, and he had some problems when he was a kid with mother or father too when he was a child. And they're going to do some cleansing up when he gets out there. And I like to say he's really going to make it, but see, he's doing this himself. He's in the way. If he would just make up his mind and say, I'm going to stay here and I'm going to show you how I'm going to fight, but he doesn't do that. So that's how I'm going to say this to you. And do that prayer, and let's see what happens. Because it's a nice way, you know. I've done this for a lot of people, and most of the time they choose to cross over, you know, because it's not in our hands. It's in God's hands, and sometimes it just helps the person move on, and they can get out of their own way. And then you're going to have a whole new life if this happens, and a better one, too, by the way.
I will.
Is your mother? Yes, you will. Is your mother passed?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. She's around you, for your information, trying to help you with this. And she's... she's put... I don't know what happened to you when she was alive, but she's not who she was when she was here. Okay? Really? She's more loving. She's loving now. That's the way I'm going to say it. And she's bringing some pink roses in and a little thorny, so there might have been some problems when she was alive, but she sees what you're going through. And she knew your husband?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Did she not exactly like him?
Yeah, she liked him.
She did?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Because
she said she did.
Thank you.
Yeah. Okay.
Thank you. I got it. Okay.
Yeah.
Anyway, she's putting her arms around your shoulders and so forth, and she's saying her love you. So you're getting support from the other side, not from one, but quite a few souls. And your life will be better because you'll have this drain off of you. Okay? Because he's draining you. That's what's going on. So what you want to do is you can only do what you can and be there in a loving way. Other than that, it's not your responsibility. And bless him. I mean, at one point he wasn't too bad of a guy, but then later on he just got a little ornery. So let's see what happens. Okay, do that prayer and see what happens. Okay.
Okay, Fred. Okay. All right, honey, thank you so much. God bless you, and thanks, Bill. I appreciate it.
Oh, thanks for calling in, Maureen. We appreciate you calling in.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
All right, bye.
Okay, and let's see here, Fred. We're like 10 minutes to go, and we got 4. Everybody's piling on at the 5-yard line here.
Of course.
So real quick, I want to read Roger because he's been waiting since almost the beginning of this hour. Hi, Fred. Why is your website down? Roger, one of, doing football analogies, one of Fred's helpers fumbled on the 5-yard line. Should be okay tomorrow or the next day.
Yeah.
Can you give out your phone number again, Fred?
Yeah, 480-236-5661. That's a cell phone, guys. I'm not using my landline. I'm letting all the advertisers call on that line. It bugs me. So that's my cell phone. I can be anywhere. All right.
Okay. And Roger asks, will my old place sell quickly?
Did you get it ready, Roger? Is it ready now? You didn't have it ready before. If you got it ready, yes. If you got all the energy out there, straighten the energy out and the whole thing, and you see it that way, yes, it will.
Okay, super. And all right, Christina in California. We've got Christina, Leslie, and Gwen to go. See how far we can make it. Christina, 10-28-58. Fred, wondering if you can look at my job situation. I need to find some sort of interim work soon. I've had some activity, but wondering if you can get any info on what type of work is more feasible or time frame for something coming through. I really appreciate from Christina.
All right, let's see here. You're interested. You need. Okay, here she goes, just like the other one. All right, you need something where you're like, where you manage, or you can work to where you can work with other people and organize them. And if you can find this, you're in transition. So and you have the Scorpio and Jupiter like me. So there's a possibility something could pop up. If you know a real good astrologer, I do this psychically, by the way. So find out how that Saturn's going to hit your Jupiter and what house. If you can find somebody that's good, obviously you're a good communicator. Because that Neptune Uranus, mind you, going through all sorts of stuff here, man. You're in a 5-year change, and you might even move if you're open to that idea. But you need to work management, organizing. There's another word I'm trying to come up with here fast so I can get this all done. What's that one? God. I can't get the word out. This is rough, but you have to be in the position to be in a power position, or you get bored. So whatever you want to get into and like that, and I almost think, I don't know if you're creative or not, but you've done a lot of mental things with your mind. Maybe you'd like to get into some kind of creative stuff in your life to kind of be out of the analytical side of yourself and let the other new side of yourself flow. And if that makes sense, then open up the door, because you got a lot of energy around you, and it's not exactly going fast, but it's there. Okay, Christina? Next one there.
Okay, next up, Leslie. Hi, Leslie. You're back on the air with Fred. How you doing?
Hi, Fred. Hi, Bill. That was interesting. A few minutes ago, I had been out of the room, and I came in, and I thought that the show was off the air, that it was a different show. I did not recognize your voice. So I want to go back and listen to the whole thing.
Yeah, go back to the archives, because I haven't done that here. But we used to have about so much time. He'd come in every other week, and sometimes he did the show down in Redondo Beach. Seriously, if you go down my tapes, my son may have that one on there. I don't know. He may still have that one on it where he was working and guiding this one person. My phone went nuts the next day. Too bad I didn't have a credit card machine then. So how can I help you today, dear?
I'm looking for work. I had a phone interview about a week ago, but I haven't heard anything, so I'm kind of wondering about that, and just wondering if that is still a possibility, or if there's something else that might come through.
You're the one that's living with your mother, right?
Yes. It's 10:30:55.
Yeah. I thought it was you. Okay, let's see. How'd you feel with the interview? Did you feel it went? My mouth isn't going too fast. Do you feel like that went well?
The phone interview, yes, it seemed to. But I know there's competition, and I feel like I might be kind of a long shot. But
yeah, maybe. No, this is what I want you to do. I want you to do this. I know you can be visual. This is very important. Okay, what you think and what you say is very, very important because we stop ourselves. All of us do. I have to watch out for it myself. So what I'm going to say to you is this. I want you to go back and look at that phone interview. You feel that you like it. Know they liked what they saw. And even though if there's some other people they're interviewing, and then say, I would like, Goddess, I would like this job. I feel real comfortable with this, and this would be perfect for me. And then you can say, for whatever reason it doesn't work, can you please bring me another job interview immediately? Because if you do this, you're opening up a big door. It's time. You've been going through so much change for so long. It's unbelievable. You're coming out of something on Christmas Eve this year. You make a 5-year completion, by the way. Let me see. What's the degree of you? No, yeah, you make a 5-year completion. All right. The only thing, blah, 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 blah. Here it is again. Damn. Here is that darn Saturn in Sagittarius. Shoot. Well, you're completing all the Scorpio stuff that you've been going through. That's lesser. And then when you step into the other one, it's not so vicious. And you also have that Scorpio sitting there. Oh my God, all you people. Jesus, it's so interesting that, I'm sorry. I was looking at something there and got you and the other person confused. I'm sorry, that's not you. Shows you my brain's moving too fast here. Okay, you're coming to the completion at Christmas Eve, the end of this year. This whole thing, because you had Libra, you have the Scorpio, so you're coming to an end. So I feel good about this job. Now, there is a possible chance of something else coming your way. And what you want to do is be very clear in what you're trying to manifest so that it will come to you. Because I don't see you staying there much longer with your mom. Something's coming your way to move you forward. The only reason you're there with your mother, you're making completions with her. Some kind of completions there with the both of you. And as soon as that is done, which feels like it's coming to an end as well, then all these doors start opening up for you. And then what they're using the word in my head, they're saying a flood, and that means work. That's not a water flood, a flood of energy coming your way for work, and the right job will pop up. And realize how good you are as well. Okay, that's real important. State the power that you are, and do this with the phone interview, because I feel you did an excellent job. If there's 20 people going for the same job, you just have to feel and ask the goddess or God to make okay, if you feel that's it, then ask them to assist you to bring it and put it in your lap. Okay, if that makes any sense, because you're coming to a completion at the end of this year. You really are. So I just want you to be aware of that. You complete your 5 years on Christmas Eve. Give yourself about 2 months, and you're going to feel so relaxed and so good. It's almost like, look out, I'm serious. And but I like this job that you got interviewed. I feel good about it. I want you to feel good about it too. Okay?
Okay, great. Well, I will be positive.
Yes.
Stay open.
Yes.
So that helps.
Okay.
So you see something, if not that, something coming through.
Right. And you believe it too, okay?
Yes. Okay. Great. Well, thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Bye-bye, Leslie. Thanks for calling in. Well, Gwen, I'm sorry, we just flat ran out of time. We got about 20 seconds. Fred, numbers?
Call me on the phone, Gwen, and we'll do a private. 480-236-5661. If you guys call me on Skype, call me on the phone first, because I'm not sitting here all the time, only when we do the show. That's the only time. Okay, I'm just letting you know that. So God bless all of you. We want to send lots of love around the planet, and all of us are going to come through all this that we've been going through, and we must stay in light and love. God bless everybody in the world. Okay? Have a good week, everybody.
Okay, Fred's website, psychicfred.com, which will be back online in a day or two. Everybody, we'll see you next time. Lori J coming up next. See you around. Bye-bye.
AchieveRadio.com.